If you are a writer, whether you are just someone who does it because you enjoy it, if you're trying to break into the industry, or if you are someone who is actively in the industry, this is something that you need to know about writing your first draft. When I was at Enchanticon a few weeks ago, I talked to so many people, other writers and people who are writing, and a number of them asked me for advice or told me about the drafts that they're working on and that they were working through, and I found myself giving the same piece of advice again and again and again. And actually, just the act of people asking me for advice made me feel really good about where I am so far in my writing career, because I'm still in that stage of imposter syndrome, even though, I have published a book and I am actively making a profit on a book and I'm working on the next one. Still, that imposter syndrome really it doesn't go away. But I gave this piece of advice to a number of different people, and so I thought you could probably hear it as well. So here it goes. The advice that I have for you that I'm confident you need to hear if you're working on a first draft is write it. Stop editing your first draft. This is a common problem amongst people. You hear about it all the time. It's a problem that I have experienced in my previous writings and actually in the project that I'm working on right now. Actually, multiple projects that I'm working on right now. Constantly, you will find yourself working on a first draft, and because you don't know what comes next, you go back and you edit a little bit. Or, more common, something that I've done is you write the first chapter, and then you edit it. And then you write the second chapter, and then you go back and you edit the first chapter and the second chapter. And then you write the third chapter, and then you go all the way back again. Anyways, stop doing that. Stop editing the first draft. Just write it. If you're in the middle of the first draft and you realize that there's a plot hole that you need to fix, that's a draft 2 problem. If you're writing your first draft and you have this amazing idea of something that's about to happen, but you think, oh, I need to have foreshadowed that a little bit more, that's a draft 2 problem or a draft 3 problem. If you are writing your first draft and you think, this does not have the narrative voice that I want it to feel, to exude, that's definitely a draft 3 problem. The first draft is about getting words onto the page. It's about pushing forward. This is especially true for discovery writers, and less so the people who have the outline already figured out. Great job, guys. You're ahead of the curve of definitely myself, who just writes and goes, I wonder what's going to happen next. I've been working on the sequel to On the Subject of Witches for over a year at this point now, and I had hit a wall that I kept going back, I kept editing, I wasn't satisfied, I didn't feel confident about what was happening next. And then I went to Enchanticon, and I found myself giving people this advice again and again and again, and I came home and I thought, wait a second, I need to take my own advice. And I just thought, okay, here we go. Write, get words on the page. And it was 45 minutes later that I was writing, and I was having so much fun writing. And that's been the case since, where I'm recording and I'm going to edit this video right now, but I'm so excited to go write later. And I just had to push through that voice in my head, again, that imposter syndrome, or that urge to edit, that urge to fix and nitpick. And I just had to write. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoy editing. I know there are some people who don't like it, some people who definitely prefer it over writing. I really not one way or the other, but I really enjoy editing, and I look forward to doing the second draft, the third draft, to going through with a red pen like I'm a teacher grading someone's essay and just going, no. So definitely don't avoid editing, just do it later. Get words on the page. Figure out what the story is. Figure out where you're going. put it out there. You can figure out your narrative voice, your foreshadowing, your story structure. That's what later drafts are for. First draft is for writing and enjoying it. So go do that. Sorry about the soapbox and the confused, unscripted, and very short video, but I hope it's the kick in the butt that you need, or the reminder to stop nitpicking, stop doing the thing, go write. Go write. Right now.